Hello, this short video is going to show you how to set up data validation in Excel such that you have a limited number of text responses that you can select from in each individual cell. In the example we're going to use, it's part of my fantastic feedback generator that I've been using to do quick and efficient marking. So what you can see here is my feedback sheet that I've been using for my magical marking course with my 5 students all enrolled on. Now this really works best when you've got hundreds of students and you want to do loads and loads at once. But what we're going to do is for questions 1 and questions 2, we want to generate a list of preset responses that during our marking we can click and select on very quickly. What I've done in the green column is to write out my standard feedback, starting right down at the bottom with number 1, your magical skills are in need of further development, you shall not pass, to number 5, excellent, you have demonstrated outstanding magical skill in all aspects. In the blue column is where we want to select our individual feedback for each of the students. So to do this, we're going to use data validation and we're going to select a list. So first of all, we need to highlight the range where we want our data validation to be. So I'm going to left click and drag down all the way to this point here. This gives me opportunity later if I want to add more students in. We're then going to click on data validation. And we then get in settings a number of different options. So I'm going to click the drop down arrow here. We can have whole numbers, which will mean we can only have whole numbers. We can have decimals. But the one we're interested in is list, so we're going to click on that. And then we're going to click on source, and this up arrow here. Select the range that we want, and click OK. What that then means is we can then drop down and select different marks for each of the different students. Now to do that again for the second column, I'm going to highlight down the range that I want. I'm going to click on data validation, select list, in the source, select the range that I want by left clicking and dragging, then select OK. And now I've got the responses for section 2. So to mark, you can quickly select by clicking and selecting the item that you want. Now if you would like a shortcut, if you hold down the Alt key and press the down button, the down arrow, you then have the opportunity to use your cursors to do this. So select the cell you want, hold down the Alt key and the down arrow, and then you can select using the arrow keys the one that you're interested in. The final thing you need to do, or I would like to do, is to extract the mark from this statement. Now you'll notice that each of the responses has a number at the front, and this corresponds to the mark that I want to give to the student. I don't want to get the text, because I just want to add these up. Now to do that, in my purple column here, I've set up another formula. This bit of code that you'll find in the comments will look at an individual cell, so in this case it will be D4, and what it's going to do is extract the text, so the number immediately on the left hand side. Now when that equation is placed into the cell here, which is J4, is going to look into D4, highlighted here, D4, D4, and D4, and extract the first set of numbers to the left of the cell. So it's going to pull out the number 5, then it pulls out number 4, 3, 2, 1, and that allows me then later to tot these individual marks up and give a final score to the student. The next video in the series is going to show you how to use the VLOOKUP command to be able to use and select overall summary statements. So if you'd like to have a look at that, then the link to that video will appear in just a moment. Click on the links that have just appeared to go to other videos in the series around creating the fantastical feedback generator.